From billion-dollar ghosts that vanish from radar to roaring metal beasts that dare you to look, fighter jets show the best, and worst, of human obsession with power. In this countdown, we reveal the 15 most expensive war machines ever built. You won't believe who's at the top. Buckle up as we tear the mask off the world's priciest predator. Number 1. F-35B Lightning II. They call it the King of the Skies. Made by Lockheed Martin in the USA, the F-35B screams power with a price tag of $135 million each. Born for battle in 2015, this beast is pure 5th-generation stealth magic, tailored for the US Marines, Royal Navy, and Italian Navy. It's not just fast, it hits Mach 1.6, about 1,200 miles per hour, with a range of 900 nautical miles on internal fuel, leaping from ship decks like a dragon spitting fire. Its single Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine isn't your grandpa's propeller. It's a monster with vertical lift, letting it hover like a hawk over prey. Stealth. Try radar-evading angles that make it a ghost. Armament. It can pack AIM-120 missiles, dams, and a 25mm cannon that barks thunder. Avionics. Think of it as a flying supercomputer linking pilots to satellites, ground troops, and other jets. As one pilot said, "You don't fight fair in this thing. You win before they even know you're there." It served in exercises from the Pacific to the Med, proving its worth against older rivals that look like knights facing a laser gun. Production. Still roaring. Unique trick. Short takeoff and vertical landing that turns any ship into an aircraft carrier. But here's the kicker. If this is number 1, what monsters are lurking just below? Number 2. F-35C Lightning II. Strapped with a $130 million price tag, the F-35C is the Navy's sharpest claw. Born from Lockheed Martin's workshop in the USA, it landed on decks in 2019 with a swagger only 5th-generation stealth could give. This isn't just a jet, it's a ghost in the wind, slicing the sky at Mach 1.6, around 1,200 miles per hour, with a beefy combat range of 1,200 nautical miles. One giant Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine roars like a caged beast, hurling it off carriers with catapults built for war. Stealth. It's like wearing an invisibility cloak, dodging radar like a fox in the shadows. It carries AIM-120 missiles, GBU bombs, and a 25mm cannon that spits lightning. It's avionics. A pilot once joked, "It's like flying the Batmobile with wings," linking ships, jets, and satellites in a giant war web. Deployed in Pacific drills and carrier trials, this jet is built for sea battles, with bigger wings and tougher landing gear to handle brutal carrier landings. It's still in active production, a metal dragon ready for tomorrow's wars. It doesn't just beat rivals, it embarrasses them, making older jets look like museum pieces. But if this Navy ace costs a fortune, what secrets do the cheaper predators hold? Number 3. F-22 Raptor. This is the boogeyman of the skies. Made by Lockheed Martin in the US, the F-22 Raptor carries a unit cost of $120 to $150 million, though its total program cost soars much higher. Rolling out in 2005, it's pure 5th-generation muscle with stealth baked in like a secret recipe. Only the US Air Force flies this predator, guarding it like a treasure. Hit Mach 2.25, over 1,500 miles per hour, while supercruising at Mach 1.82 without afterburner. Range. Around 1,840 nautical miles with external tanks. 2 Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines give it thrust vectoring that lets it dance in the air like a ballerina with claws. Stealth. Radar sees a sparrow before it sees this. Armament. AIM-120 and AIM-9 missiles, plus a 20mm cannon that spits steel rain. Its avionics are a pilot's best friend. Advanced radar, sensors, and data fusion turning it into an all-seeing eye. One USAF officer growled, "It doesn't fight fair. It ends the fight before it starts." Deployed for patrols and shows of force, it's never been truly tested in a full-scale dogfight. Production ended in 2012, making it a rare beast, but those flying are top tier. Compared to rivals, it's like a lion among wolves. Faster, sneakier, deadlier. But if even this legend costs so much, what wild cards hide further down the list? Number 4. Eurofighter Typhoon. This bird doesn't just fly, it roars like thunder over Europe. Built by a team effort, BAE Systems, Airbus, Leonardo, it wears a price of $115 to $125 million per unit. Rolling out in 2003, it's a 4.5 generation champion with modern tricks up its sleeve. Main users? The UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Saudi Arabia, among others. It claws through the air at Mach 2, about 1,550 miles per hour, with a combat range around 1,390 miles. Two Eurojet EJ200 engines burn so hot they almost glow. Stealth. It's not invisible but uses radar-reducing shapes and coatings that make it slippery to spot. Armed to the teeth with AM-120, Meteor missiles, laser-guided bombs, and a 27mm Mauser cannon that spits fire. The cockpit is a glass palace of avionics, advanced radar, helmet sight, voice controls. As one RAF pilot grinned, "It's like riding a rocket with a brain." It's seen action over Libya and Syria, hitting targets with chilling precision. Production is still active, with upgrades planned to keep it sharp. Unique features? Supercruise ability, thrust vectoring in some variants, and dogfight agility that makes rivals sweat. Compared to newer stealth jets, it's the knight with polished armor in a fight with ghosts, but don't think it's outclassed yet. And if this European champion demands that price, imagine what the next surprise on our list might hide. Number 5. Dassault Rafale. This is France's sleek, deadly dart. The Dassault Rafale sells for around $115 million apiece, built with care by Dassault Aviation and flying since 2001. It's a 4.5 generation warrior that France, India, Egypt, and Qatar trust to rule their skies. It streaks at Mach 1.8, about 1,390 miles per hour, and has a combat range of roughly 1,150 miles. Twin Snecma M88 engines roar like tigers in a cage. Stealth. It's not a ghost, but it uses radar-absorbing materials and clever shapes to make radar operators sweat. Armed with Meteor and Mica missiles, laser-guided bombs, and a 30mm GIAT cannon that chews through metal. Avionics. Pure French brilliance with an advanced radar, IRST, and a cockpit that looks like a starship's bridge. One French pilot bragged, "It's like painting with lightning. You choose where the thunder strikes." It's proven itself over Libya, Mali, Iraq, and Syria, hitting with sharp, surgical precision. Production is alive and well, with orders rolling in. Unique features? It's truly omni-role, switching from dogfight to bombing in a blink, carrier-capable too. Compared to rivals, it's the fencer with a razor-sharp blade, sacrificing some stealth for pure versatility. But if the Rafale is this sharp at its price, wait till you see what other beasts are lurking in our ranked arena. Number 6. Sukhoi Su-57. Here comes Russia's sharpest claw, the Sukhoi Su-57, priced at $100 to $120 million a unit. Built by Sukhoi, it officially flew into action in 2020. A true fifth-generation hunter with teeth. Main user? The Russian Air Force, betting big on its future. This thing howls at Mach 2, about 1,320 miles per hour, and stretches its legs with a 1,500-mile combat range. Twin engines, Saturn AL-41F1, give it thrust vectoring magic, twisting in the sky like a snake ready to strike. Stealth. It's Russia's stealthiest bird yet, with radar-bending design and coatings that make it ghost-like, though not as invisible as Western rivals. Armament: R-77 and R-74 missiles, guided bombs, and a 30mm cannon that barks with menace. The cockpit is packed with advanced radar, sensor fusion, and helmet-mounted sights that let pilots lock on targets with just a glance. A Russian pilot grinned and said, "It's like wrestling a bear, but you're the bear." Notable missions? Limited combat testing in Syria, giving it real bites on the world stage. Production is limited but ongoing, with Russia pushing upgrades. Unique tricks. Super maneuverability that lets it flip and dodge like a circus acrobat. Against rivals? It's the dark horse, cheaper but fierce, trading some stealth for raw agility. And if Russia's ace costs this much, wait until you see what other silent killers are lining up next. Number 7. F-35A Lightning II. Here's the sharpshooter of the skies. The F-35A Lightning II. Made by Lockheed Martin in the US, this jet costs around $90 to $95 million apiece. First flown in 2016, it's the poster child of fifth-generation stealth, built to hide and hunt. Who flies it? The US Air Force, plus allies like Australia, Japan, and Norway. It rips through the sky at Mach 1.6, about 1,200 miles per hour, and has a range of 1,200 nautical miles on internal fuel. One Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine powers it, a fire-breathing dragon under the hood. Stealth. It's like a shadow at midnight, radar-bending shapes and coatings making it vanish. Armament: M120 missiles, JDAM bombs, and a 25mm cannon that growls when unleashed. Avionics. A pilot once said, "It's like having 100 eyes and one fist." Advanced sensors, data links, helmet displays. It's a flying brain. Missions. It's seen live combat in the Middle East, striking targets with chilling accuracy. Production is roaring, with hundreds already delivered. Unique twist? It's the cheapest F-35 variant, but loses nothing in pure lethality. Compared to rivals, it's a smart hunter, less acrobatic than some, but sneakier and better connected. But if this killer is the bargain on our list, imagine what wild machines wait just beyond this price point. Number 8. Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon. This is China's roaring challenger, the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon, with an estimated price of $100 to $110 million. Built by Chengdu Aerospace, it took flight operationally around 2017. A proud 5th-generation predator, it shows China's hunger for air dominance. Who flies it? The People's Liberation Army Air Force. Max speed? Around Mach 2, about 1,320 miles per hour. Range estimated at over 1,200 miles. 2 engines, currently WS-10 variants, with talk of upgraded WS-15s. Push it with raw, smoky thrust. Stealth? Designed to be a phantom in the sky with canted tails, edge-aligned panels, and radar-absorbing coatings, though Western analysts debate just how ghostly it is. Armament? PL-15 long-range missiles that promise to keep enemies awake at night. PL-10 short-range dogfight missiles, plus internal bays for sneaky delivery. Avionics? Rumored to have AESA radar, infrared search and track, and data links. A Chinese test pilot once boasted, "It's a flying sword that cuts before it's seen." Missions? Limited live deployments, but seen patrolling near Taiwan and the South China Sea. Production? Active, ramping up with new batches. Unique trick? Long-range design that threatens tankers and AWACS. Compared to rivals, it's the dark dragon at the edge of the campfire, unproven in battle, but growing bolder. And if this beast stalks the skies, what other surprises are waiting on our list? Number 9. Boeing F-15EX Eagle II. Meet the bruiser in the lineup, the Boeing F-15EX Eagle II. Price? A solid $87 to $95 million each. Built by Boeing in the US, it entered service in 2021. A 4.5 generation monster designed to keep the old warhorse kicking with new teeth. Who flies it? The US Air Force, looking to replace aging F-15CS. Max speed? Mach 2.5, over 1,650 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest on the list. Range? About 1,200 miles combat radius, with ferry range over 3,450 miles. 2 General Electric F-110 engines give it the roar of twin lions, spitting hot power. Stealth? Nah, this beast isn't sneaky. It's big, visible, but intimidating, like an armored knight daring you to try. Armament? Up to 22 air-to-air missiles in one sortie, dams, smart bombs, and a 20mm M61 cannon that rattles the bones. Avionics? New radar, electronic warfare systems, advanced displays, a digital brain in an old-school brawler. As one USAF pilot quipped, it's the classic brawler reborn with a smartphone in its pocket. Production? Active, with plans for dozens more. Unique feature? Huge payload, easy upgrades, and ready for future weapons. Compared to stealth jets? Less a ghost, more a battering ram. But if this warhorse is so tough at this price, what about the lurking shadows that cost even less? Number 10. Shenyang FC-31. Here's China's secretive wild card, the Shenyang FC-31, with an estimated price of $70 to $85 million. Made by Shenyang Aircraft Corporation, it's been lurking in prototype form since around 2014, promising a 5th-generation punch at bargain bin cost. Primary user? Currently none officially, though China's Navy and Air Force are eyeing it like hawks. Max speed? Expected around Mach 1.8, about 1,380 miles per hour. Range? Roughly 775 miles combat radius. Twin engines, reportedly WS-13 or newer WS-19 designs. Push it forward with loud, hot breath. Stealth? Designed with canted tails, buried engines, and radar-absorbing paint to trick enemy radars, though less ghostly than the F-35. Armament? PL-15 long-range missiles, PL-10 short-range heat-seekers, internal bays that slam shut like a shark's mouth. Avionics? Rumored to feature AESA radar, infrared sensors, and advanced cockpit displays. As one Chinese designer teased, it's our budget stealth ace, sharp enough to cut. Notable missions? None yet. This bird hasn't tasted combat. Production? Limited prototypes now, but plans for carrier variants are heating up. Unique feature? It's China's low-cost stealth export dream. Compared to rivals? Less proven, but cheaper. A wolf pup learning to howl. And if this price is so low, what other hidden fangs wait in the shadows of our list? Number 11. F divided by a -18E divided by F Super Hornet. Say hello to the Navy's workhorse. The F divided by a -18E divided by F Super Hornet, rolling off Boeing's lines for around $65 to $75 million each. First hitting carriers in 2001, this 4.5 generation bruiser was built to smash and dash from floating cities at sea. Who uses it? The US Navy mainly, plus Australia. Max speed, Mach 1.6, about 1,190 miles per hour. Range, about 1,250 miles. Combat radius with external tanks. Twin General Electric F414 engines roar like chained dragons, hurling it off catapults and snagging arrestor wires with ease. Stealth, some radar-reducing tweaks but no ghost tricks. This fighter is like a boxer in bright lights, unafraid to be seen. Armament, 120s, dams, harpoons, HAR missiles, and that 20mm M61 cannon that rattles like rolling thunder. Avionics, upgraded radar, advanced targeting pods, and cockpit displays that make pilots feel like video game champions. A Navy flyer once said, "It's the bar brawler you want at your back in a fight." Notable, countless missions over Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. Production, active with Block 3 upgrades giving it new teeth. Unique feature, carrier-borne toughness with folding wings and strengthened gear. Compared to stealthier foes, it trades hiding for hard hits and reliability. And if this old brawler is this affordable, just imagine what the next jet on our list will dare to offer. Number 12. Su-35S Flanker E. Now meet Russia's wild performer, the Su-35S Flanker E, selling for about $65 to $75 million each. Built by Sukhoi, it entered Russian service in 2014 as a 4++ generation beast ready to brawl with the best. Who uses it? Mainly Russia, plus exports to China. Max speed, a scorching Mach 2.25, over 1,500 miles per hour. Range, around 2,200 miles. Ferry with drop tanks. Twin AL-41F1S engines roar with thrust vectoring nozzles that twist and flip this jet like a circus acrobat on afterburners. Stealth, minimal, just radar-absorbing paint and some shaping. This isn't a ghost, it's a show-off dragon that wants you to watch. Armament, R-77 and R-73 missiles, bombs, and a 30mm cannon that chomps through armor. Avionics, advanced radar, infrared search and track, and cockpit displays that make the pilot feel like a hunter with eagle eyes. One Russian pilot said, "It doesn't hide, it dominates the sky." Notable, combat sorties over Syria, proving it's no hanger queen. Production, active, with more rolling off the line. Unique feature, super maneuverability. This jet can literally flip in the air to shake or chase enemies. Compared to stealthy rivals, it trades hiding for raw speed and agility. But if this flaming dancer is so cheap, wait until you see which quiet killers lie even lower on the price chart. Number 13. JAS-39 Gripen E. Say hello to Sweden's smart dagger, the JAS-39 Gripen E, with a price tag of $60 to $70 million. Built by Saab, this sleek bird first joined service around 2019, flying as a 4.5 generation multi-role ace built for cold, tough lands. Main users? Sweden and Brazil, both betting on this budget-friendly bruiser. Max speed, Mach 2, about 1,370 miles per hour. Range, around 1,600 miles with external tanks. A single GE F414 engine gives it a loud, confident roar, small but fiery, like a lynx cornering its prey. Stealth, partial, designed with radar-absorbing materials and slim lines to reduce signature without vanishing entirely. Armament, Meteor and Iris-T missiles, precision bombs, and a 27mm Mauser cannon that barks with authority. Avionics, advanced AESA radar, data links, helmet-mounted sights. It's like flying with magic goggles. As one Saab engineer said, it's built to think, not just fight. Notable, no big wars yet, but it patrols Baltic skies with menace, ready to scramble in minutes. Production, active, with new deliveries rolling out. Unique feature, easy maintenance, quick turnarounds. It's designed to fight from rough roads if needed. Compared to rivals, it's the fox among wolves. Smaller, cheaper, cleverer. But if Sweden can pack so much in at this price, what other surprises could the next jet on our list be hiding? Number 14. Mikoyan MiG-35. Here comes Russia's scrappy contender, the Mikoyan MiG-35, costing around $45 to $55 million per jet. Made by Mikoyan, this bird first rolled out in 2019 as a 4++ generation answer to pricier Western jets. Primary user? Mostly Russia for now, but it's pitched hard for exports. Max speed? About Mach 2.25. Over 1,500 miles per hour. Range? Roughly 1,200 miles. Combat radius? Twin Klimov RD. 33 Mk engines spit fire and smoke like twin dragons unleashed. Stealth? Very limited. Some radar-absorbing coatings, but no vanishing act. Armament? R-77 and R-73 missiles, guided bombs, and a 30mm GSH-30-1 cannon that can punch holes in steel. Avionics? Modern AESA radar, infrared sensors, advanced targeting displays, designed to make this old dog do new tricks. A Russian test pilot once smirked, "It's the Street Fighter of the skies, fast, cheap, and mean." Notable? No big wars yet, but flown in demos and patrols over Russia's borders. Production? Limited so far, with hopes of export deals keeping lines warm. Unique feature? Designed for low maintenance, quick turnaround, and a price tag that makes richer rivals look spoiled. Compared to stealthy giants? It's the scrappy boxer who takes hits and keeps swinging. But if this budget bruiser can pack so much punch, what will the last name on our list bring to the table? Number 15. HAL Tejas Mk1A. Now meet India's homegrown stinger, the HAL Tejas Mk1A, rolling out at a price of $40 to $45 million. Made by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL. This agile jet entered service around 2024 as India's bet on independence and modern air power. Primary user? The Indian Air Force, with big orders already locked. Max speed? Mach 1.6, about 1,220 miles per hour. Range? Around 1,240 miles ferry range, with combat radius close to 300 miles. One General Electric F404 engine sits at its heart, roaring like a tiger in a cage, compact but fierce. Stealth? Partial. It's shaped to cut radar returns and uses special coatings, but it won't vanish. Armament? Derby and Astra air-to-air missiles, precision bombs, and a 23mm twin-barrel GSH-23 cannon that barks like thunder. Avionics? Modern AESA radar, electronic warfare suite, helmet-mounted sights, built to think on its feet. A proud HAL engineer once said, "It's the warrior who knows every inch of his home." Notable? No major wars yet, but it's patrolling India's borders, watching rivals with hungry eyes. Production? Active and growing fast, with dozens in the pipeline. Unique feature? Designed for easy maintenance, quick turnarounds on rough airstrips, perfect for India's vast terrain. Compared to rivals? It's the young cub in the lion's den. Cheaper, smaller, but learning fast. And if this is where our list ends, what dreams of speed, stealth, and power will rise next from the drawing boards? These jets are more than just price tags. They're symbols of power, fear, and human ambition pushed to the edge. As threats evolve, so does the race to build faster, stealthier, deadlier machines. But one thing remains: the sky is never truly safe. Which jet do you think justifies its cost? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hard-hitting breakdowns.